Hey, this is Majin. Here's some comic reviews for you. We got Miss Marvel, Action, Superman, Batman, Civil War, A-Force, and Outcast. Okay, we'll just get Miss Marvel out of the way. This is pretty much by far the best of the last days of titles that Marvel put out. It's basically all the other last day ones pretty much had the end of the world. You know, it's like you had this, like I guess you can say this white wall that's just destroying everything, and everybody just kind of looks at it as they're about to get destroyed. And what this title here is accomplished is you still had the end of the world happening as the big main story, but they kept it personal with Miss Marvel because she's trying to find her brother, and after she finds her brother, then you have the connection between her and Captain Marvel, and you know, it's like they kind of insinuate, yeah, there's something that's really horrible that's happening. We're probably not going to all survive, but there is a more personal level about this story, and that's why I think this book accomplishes everything that, you know, that makes it like pretty much a must buy. You know, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, you know, people complain that there's nothing good out there, or it's the same old nonsense. You know, it's right here. This is the real deal. This is a phenomenal title, phenomenal read. The art is fantastic, and even when this series is technically, you know, ending with the last days of it does it right. You know, it's one of these, like I said, this is pretty much the book of the week, and I wish that other titles would just, in a sense, borrow the spirit of what they were doing with this title, because it was just truly enjoyable. I would say one of the most successful crossover type books in a long time. Okay. Superman Action Comics number 44, Lies. You know, I don't know. This thing here, part of me started to get kind of like lost, I guess you can say. And lost, not necessarily that I didn't know what was going on. It's just, it's kind of like this thing where it's like, it doesn't seem to be in the right place in terms of the story-wise. Like, I realized that you pretty much have to read this one first, and then read this, and then it kind of ties in together. But when you look at everything that was happening in the Superman title, it seems out of place. At least, I mean, maybe I miss something. It's not a horrible read, but at the same time, it hasn't been as strong as the other Superman titles that came before this. The art's okay. There's nothing truly wrong with it. They have some really good moments in terms of the art with the fighting, but it just, for me, just didn't connect with me, I guess you can say. You can blame Miss Marvel. Superman, Batman, I don't know. This, to me, it's kind of like, I guess for me, the Superman Batman title was like, you have Superman that's depowered. So, what do? He's got to meet with Wonder Woman. He's got to meet with Batman. He's got to meet with Aquaman. It's like, why do you have to go through all of that stuff? You know, like, it just is like, I mean, I guess I get it. You want to see how the rest of the DC universe reacts to him, you know, being outed and then not up to full power any longer. But at the same time, I'm going, this is just something that, you know, I guess there, you can tell that there just wasn't as much thought in terms of creativity. Like, let's solidify the Superman story first, and then move forward. And, like, for an example, the Superman-Batman team-up, I think that this could have gone, this is something that really matters a lot. Because you have Commissioner Gordon, who's now Batman. You have Bruce Wayne, who's basically doesn't remember anything. And this is what's important. Not this with Aquaman. Aquaman is just extra. This whole story with the machine that's going to explode and all that stuff, all that's unnecessary. Focus on the primary characters and how they're going to react to each other. Now, granted, they touch on it a little bit. Pretty much they're not going to work well together because Gordon, for some reason, doesn't trust Superman. But I'm like, there's more to it than just that. And it's just a shame that they just chose this path. Because I think there could have been a lot deeper and more meaningful story that they could have told. Okay, Civil War #4. This was a great book. I don't want to spoil the ending, but man, this was just freaking awesome. This is exactly what I wanted Civil War to be like. You have Rogers, he's getting ready to start the big war. You had Iron Man and She-Hulk captured. You have somebody that was supposedly dead now alive again. And this was just fantastic. I loved every minute of this book. This is another one of those books where it's definitely one of the more successful of the crossovers. And this is exactly how I wanted to see Civil War, especially the way this book ended. Fantastic. Home run. Enjoyed every minute of it. Actually, the one thing I can say about Civil War is it needs more fighting still. Okay, A-Force. This had, for the most part, I enjoyed A-Force. But to me, the crucial part was the end. Because basically what's happening is they figure out, okay, Loki's responsible for a lot of this nonsense that they're experiencing. And then catastrophe happens. And I cannot wait to see what happens the next issue. This was just set up. It's the next one that's going to be awesome. And I cannot wait to see what happens next. I think the art's really good. And I also think that it does show that, you could really have a successful female team also. So I'm really, really glad I've been buying this one. Finally, Outcast, number 12. After 12 issues, we finally I've been enjoying, first of all, the other issues of Outcast. So when I say we finally get it, this isn't a slight at all. Basically, what's happening is the seeds are being planted here for what's to come to the future. And I'm really excited to see what's going on. Basically, the guy's sister's possessed. So they basically got to go try to save her. And they learned some things from the demon. And I can't wait. This is one of the best horror books out there. And if you like The Walking Dead, definitely pick up Outcast. It's definitely worth your time. Anyways, that's some comic reviews for you. We'll have some more stuff later. Like, share. Let me know what you guys picked up this week, what you liked, what you didn't like. And we'll have more stuff later. So until next time.